Hey everyone! This is TheMAze, and tonight I'm gonna have a look at some games, some replay. I think I've played this today. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's go and see what's gonna happen here. I played the Undead, pretty good ladder. Opponent is Elf, the Elf Ranger, and it can be very hard when he come up with voices and mages and everything, and or just fighters and mages usually. I don't go hard, just one dark adept. It's pretty easy start for both players. Usually too easy for the opponent, just one dark adept. I think two is better. But I don't go hard now. Just easy play. And I don't make it too hard for my opponent. Well, I don't like the shaman here. It's unlikely. He hates the shaman actually. Ghosts don't like the ranger, don't like the archer. He will be a marksman probably. And here I come with my units, just bat and walking corpse. Yeah, it's not the most aggressive play. He needs a lot of time to level up. Other walking corpse is very tricky, but in that case, on range units, I thought my ghost needs some defense, and but anyway, to be honest, just dark adept is better here, I guess. Just dark adept, just nothing else. Maybe one ghoul, dark adept ghoul, pretty easy to play here. But I said I don't play with poison today, just these units. Nothing special here, easy day, even easy for me that day, even easy. the archer, the marksman is pretty good to kill the walking corpse and kill the ghost. Pretty good unit. Ranger also can do the same. So yeah, he's that beginner, but he didn't get the woes or mage. So he said he don't need mage, he need sorceress, because sorceress hits harder than the mage. Well, almost the same damage, but she levels slowly, the shaman. But almost the same damage. The sorceress and the mage, very similar. And of course the best versus the undead. The sorceress is absolutely best unit versus the undead. Maybe a bit better than the white mage, not because of damage, because of forest defense, just 70%. So shaman and sorceress is absolutely the best choice here. I think he will go with free shaman or something like that. Seems like from this unit combination, unit composition, I think he will go with free shaman or something like that, and maybe one druid and the rest of his elf sorceress. Of course, the scout is not the best here, but it can surprise the opponent. Sometimes the scout is the problem with scout. He is pretty expensive, but the damage output is very low. That's the only problem with the scout. But super fast unit. So if you need reinforcements fast or something like that, then the scout is very perfect to reinforce your army. There I go. So the first hard knight is coming soon. But I don't have Dark Adepts, so he have very easy play right now. But when you have 5 Dark Adepts, it's just a nightmare with theirs. So I don't play 5 Dark Adept here. It's a no mercy. No mercy play. I guess. But sometimes you have to. When the opponent is crazy and going with the absolute best units, you have to play only Dark Adepts and just the minimum sheared units like Ghost or Ghoul or something like that, or Skeleton, or just you level your leather if he is melee and full of HP. But yeah, he must not. Just a bad move here. Or he countered this. Maybe that's not that bad move anyway. Okay, it's not that bad move. He holds the line. But you know, elves are not for this. So the elf need the forest here. So as you can see, he have to save 2 units now because it's surrounded. So that elf hero can't really escape, and that one. So it's a bit hard day for him, but he have the ranger and the marksman to kill this guy and the fighter and the shaman in case. But just 2 spots here. If you check this out, 2 spots on him and 3 spots on the ghost. No, just 2 spots because it's also a kill again and just not possible. So it's 2 or 3 spots on the ghost, but 1 spot is enough for him because he have the marksman. So 1 spot is enough for the ghost, and maybe this one need, maybe 2 units need to kill this one. Right, let's see my side. I'm just going okay. It's a bit hard day for me. Now I come up with some adepts finally, some dark adepts. Finally I get something. So I realized it's not that easy play. So let's go with something finally. Because only with Ghost and Walking Corpse I tried it sometimes. Just very fun. Only Ghost and Dark and Walking Corpse and my bet. I have to get the bet. This is my avatar. Was on the ladder, but I don't play ladder anyway. Nowadays I don't play ladder. It's a lot of time, but I have time for this game and I have to go with bet. If I get Undead, I go with bet. No chance, just bet. I have to go with bet. In any case, I always get one. Usually I get one. Very rare exceptions. Usually no exception. I have to go with bets. You know, it's just waste of gold, but you know, later he is very good. Very good shield. Very good versus these fighters, especially. He have dodge rating quite good. 60%, pretty good. Everywhere 60%. A bit better than the ghost, but you know the ghost is absolute the best shield from that because the resistant. Just check this out if you didn't do the resistances. Check this out, here it is, or the unit description, right click and check this out. He is the most resistant unit in the game, the best shield unit ever, the best frontline, absolute the best frontline unit. A bit expensive, but absolute the best. Only the mages can get him, and the sorceresses, mages, shamans and so on. Some very hard Thunderer can get him sometimes. He starts hard like the bat with very low damage, but at the end the ghost is the strongest one on the field. And of course the Lich. Lich is a bit better. But at the end, Ghost and Lich, and the enemy is done. The enemy is defeated. So if you have Undead, you beat your enemy when you have the first Lich usually. You beat your opponent with your first Lich or your first Necromancer. Well, depends on your playing style. If you play more Dark Sorceress, then you usually win with 3 Dark Sorceress, because they are very hard at night for the opponent. 2 or 3 Dark Sorceress and enemy is done. I played it many times, just only Dark Sorcerer, especially of course versus Drake, but that kind of play, only Dark Sorcerers, is possible versus other factions. It's only Dark Sorcerers. It's very hard to play against. Top players like Remember always plays like this. Just 6 Dark Sorcerer and 2 ghouls and nothing else. Just 2 ghouls here and some walking corpses sometimes. he plays that style. Only the Dark Sorcerers. Of course you have to learn to play with them. Sometimes retreat them, because they are not really frontline fighters. Lich can stand better on the front line, but usually they are not that kind. Not really frontline heroes, units. But they can hold the line on the front sometimes. Depends. In that case, well, now it's a pretty good move in my opinion. Place him here, because it's not really danger here. Yeah, this one wasn't perfect. Defense, the bet, I forget the bet. He was in trouble and he didn't kill this unit here. But then I have a look and I said, okay, the bet can survive. Let's see his stuff here. It's leveling, but you know, he have very few units here. He messed up with him. It's crazy. Possible to save, but it's crazy a bit to push him so far. It's crazy. And he didn't get a ghost. I don't understand this. Why didn't you? He didn't get a ghost. Only the walking ghost. Maybe the walking corpse had more damage. I don't know, the shaman is done, so that's a mess up. Elves need forest, you have to accept. No exception, elves can't really stand here. It's game over. He doesn't have a a druid to heal, so it's very crazy. If you don't have druid, then you retreat. You have to retreat all the time. To the village, or maybe back back from the village, and you have to pray. You don't have a druid, you have to pray. Just retreat and pray, I don't know. But it's crazy. This front line is not enough, yeah. Especially with no hero. It was a waste. He lost his best unit, best frontline unit. The Merman was his best frontline unit. And the Archer. Yeah, it was pretty much expected. But I didn't have a look at his side. I didn't have time to check this out, what's going on here. I was busy with my defensive undeads. Well, not defensive, but I have two ghosts, and this squad is destroying the ghosts, sorceress and everything. So this army is especially versus the ghost. So I will be busy with my ghost to save my ghosts, always. And his last fighter, his third fighter, is very weak. He went well with his fighters, pretty well. He was going well. But he's done now. He's close to the next level, but never ever will reach the next level. Because low on HP and it's hard to kill stuff here. Alright, maybe he reached the next level, but it's not enough. Not enough here. He don't have another unit with the hero. Or at least two units, which is perfect. So the next night he will die, I guess. Next night. But it's very hard anyway to hold versus the undead. It's always very hard to hold the line versus the undead. Undead hits hard. She's almost done, but she killed. Unfortunately, she can't really continue this game because she have no defense. It's not enough here. She had 4 fighters. One is done, and the Merman is done. The Merman was very strong. It was a Merman, Spearman. It was pretty tough. Defense versus the Dark Sorcerers. It was a very good defender. He was a very good defender. Good game. His leather is trapped and everybody is down.